Again?
Uh-oh. No. That guy really twists my wings.
Hopefully this will improve your buzz, sir. Production in the Wildflowers is back on track. Well, pluck my stinger. Come again? What? I'm sorry, did you just say... Pluck with a P. Settle down, Donovan. No need to get worked up. It's just a misunderstanding. Oh boy.
Honeybuzz is an open drafting, tile placement, and contract completion game released in 2020 designed by Paul Salomon with art by Ann Heitziek. The goal is to be the best bee you can be, in that you produce and sell as much honey as possible to become the player with the most money in the end. Okay, that was the first, last, and only one, I promise. I don't think I can keep that promise. To set up, place the two main boards in the middle of the table, the hive board for the hive tiles and the woodland board above it for the order cards and nectar tiles. Place the sorted stacks of hive tiles in the hive board spaces. Select a random Queen's Contest card from each of the three colors and place them on the hive board. Create 3 stacks for order cards in the woodland board with a number of small and large order cards based on player count in each stack. For example, 3 small and 2 large for 5 total in a 4-player game per stack. Place the nectar tiles in the field on the woodland board randomly. Each player chooses an available color and takes the corresponding player board, forage token, fan token, starting hive tiles, and 10 worker beeples. Best name yet! Everyone returns all except for one of their beeples to the supply and takes 5 coins. Select a random configuration card and everyone will set up their starting hive tiles as defined on that card. Each player places their forage token on a different starting position at the left edge of the field. Place all coins, pollen, and honey within reach of all players. Whoever woke up earliest today is the first player and they take the first player marker. In Honeybuzz, players serve as accountants to Her Majesty the Queen, managing separate portions of the hive to expand area, store nectar, produce honey, and sell at the bear market. Literally, you're selling to bears, and occasionally other woodland critters. The game is played over a variable number of player turns, where the active player will either take a tile or recall workers. When take a tile is chosen, the active player will start by making a beeline and assign one or more of their beeples to a space in the hive board in a stack or beeline. The stack must be at least 1 worker taller than any existing beelines in that space. They then take a hive tile from that space and place it in their hive so that it touches yellow edge to yellow edge. The red and white edges may never touch other edges. Finally, the player will take hive actions if the newly placed hive tile forms an empty cell, a single space surrounded on all 6 sides. The hive actions available will be defined by the action icons adjacent to the empty cell, and may be taken in any order, but they must all be taken if possible. The hive actions are new bee, place a worker beeple from the supply into the nursery; forage, move the forage token in the field and collect either nectar tiles that match empty cells or pollen; produce, place the fan token in the hive and gain honey on adjacent nectar tiles; accounting, gain 5 coins from the supply; market, sell pollen or honey at market, reducing their future value, or complete orders; and decree, take any of the other 5 actions. Completed orders are the main source of endgame points and involve selecting one of the available orders and returning the corresponding resources to the supply. The order card is collected and the action below that stack must be performed. The Queen's Contest cards offer additional opportunities for coins or points as defined on them. If the active player cannot or chooses not to place beeples, they will recall all workers from the board instead, including any newly added to the nursery. If 4 of the 5 resources in the market reach the lowest value, or 2 of the 3 stacks of orders are completed, the game end is triggered, and once everyone has had an equal number of turns, the final scoring begins. Points are earned for coins, honey, and pollen in the hive, contest rankings, and completed orders. The player with the most points wins, with ties broken by remaining resources and completed orders. This is a sweet game. That's not a pun. It really is delicately pleasing to the eye, and very good or appealing as the word is defined. Pleasant packaging and a charming theme can take something mundane and elevate it to a delightful evening. For further evidence, look to the cultural impact of TGIF and Full House, at least to a certain generation. Saccharin is often tossed in as a negative descriptor, but sugar is a pretty popular substance on this planet. Don't take my word for it. Ask an ant. With Honeybuzz, there are alternative modes to the game, a solo variant, and tons of expansion content to keep you coming back for another taste. To me, that's the bee's knees. Didn't I tell you I couldn't keep that promise? But I did try my best. I'm always game.
Recycled jokes, lame punchlines, nothing even close to a payoff. I'm telling you, he just wants a closet full of bee costumes.